Hey everyone, my name is Tatiana and my booktube channel is Reading with Tatiana if you want to come check me out. This is my monthly contribution to the Literary Gatherers channel, and my challenge this year for my submissions to this channel is I read a non-fiction every month. So this month my submission is called Empathy by Harvard Business Review, and I gave this book a 3 out of 5. This book was a super short read, but I really enjoyed it because it talks about the idea of empathy and how it's very high level, and because it's short, it doesn't delve really too deep into all the nuances of empathy. But I quite enjoy it because this book is talking about what empathy is and also how you can use it not only just in your interpersonal relationships in your personal life, but also in work. And in work, when you use it in your professional relationships, how it can gain more collaboration, and how if you're in a position of authority, how it can get people that report to you to be more eager workers when you show empathy, and also be harder workers. I really enjoyed this book, and I think even if you're not someone that is of authority in your workplace, it's still worth reading just to see and kind of notice empathy in a different way, because I always think about empathy in my personal relationships, or when I think about charity work, or also when I'm talking to friends, but I have never really thought about and how I can apply it to my personal professional work life. So common themes, well, this book is non-fiction, so it's kind of hard to talk about common themes, so I kind of just talk about different things that this book talks about, things that kind of resonate with me. So the first thing is the idea of empathy and what it is. So for me, I always felt empathy of relating to others. When someone shares something with you, you can really understand and relate what they're going through. But this book kind of frames empathy more about giving attention and focus to others and just being there, being a good listener. They also say there's 3 types of empathy. So the first one is cognitive, which is understanding what someone is going through. The second one is emotional, or feeling what someone is going through. And the third one is empathetic concern, which is understanding or seeking to understand what someone needs from you in this moment. Empathy also goes farther in this book, talking about how there's 5 different levels of listening that also add to being more empathetic. And one thing that I was finding surprising about this book is it talks about how empathy is limiting, there's a limited amount of empathy that one can give, and unlike love, it's not limitless, which was very surprising for me to grasp, because I always feel everything, especially internally, is limitless, but in this book it says it isn't. So it says that because empathy has a limit, that you have to be intentional on who and when and how you carve it out to give empathy to, because you have to be taking care of yourself first. So they're saying that jobs like nursing, for example, can have compassion fatigue because they have a lot of demand to be very empathetic towards their patients and people they care for. So with nurses, they have to have a good work-life balance. They have to have a job where they have, for example, where I live, it's 4 days on, 4 days off, just so they can refill their cup, just so when they go back to work, they can be giving a lot of empathy again. On Goodreads, this book got an average of 4.8 out of 5, which I think is very accurate. I do want to caveat that it only has 26 reviews though, and only 1 comment. So the comment is kind of similar to my impression of this book, is that it has a very good intro to empathy, or the concept of empathy, but it's a bit too vague and it needs a further in-depth analysis. I think you should read this book if you want to learn more about empathy and understand what it really means to be an empathetic person. And this book is good too because it's a collection of different articles through the Harvard Business Review press. Now I'll share how this book made me feel, because if you ask me a week, a year, 5 years from now, I probably won't remember exactly what this book is about, but remember how it made me feel. So I mean, the title in itself, Empathy, I'll probably remember what this book was about. It made me feel more empathetic, but further to delve into that, it made me try to understand what it means more to be truly empathetic and a great listener. Thank you for watching until the end of this review of a monthly contribution to Literary Gladiators. If you want to check out my channel, Reading with Tatiana, I'll appreciate it, and I'll see you guys next month. Bye!